mission. I could just vision, I was gonna get it. I was on missions, I was just living. Walked in that building, we were just building, taking our time. We were just yielding, we were just chilling away from these haters. Know they be watching like a theater. Plotting these niggas that we need later. They gon' degrade us, it won't delay us. This is what made us. We got Omega, probably roll. Probably just leave. I see you later. I salute Wake, cop a new crib, got some new neighbors. You get this big, they gon' want favors, they gon' want flavors. Probably roll. Hope the Lord save us, wait from these haters. Hope the Lord save us, wait from these snakes, wait from these fakes. Wait, I need breaks, wait, I need kick. How long can we wait? Come on, better not be the one to die.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Some serious pride on the line in this contest as these two divisional rivals take the field together for the first time this season. Almost a playoff atmosphere surrounding the game between these two bitter opponents. It's the Oilers going up against the 49ers. With that, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis with this Week 2 matchup.
All right, Larry, from the heart of Silicon Valley, there's a look inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Houston Oilers and the San Francisco 49ers. For the first time with Devontae Freeman. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
2nd down following the run. A carry for the fullback. This is Mike Burton. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did, so you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Taylor now to throw on 3rd down. And he locates Luke Wilson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
As we get a look at the defensive starters, the secondary, they're certainly going to need to be on their toes in this one.
And you know me really well. Where do I start analyzing a game? From the secondary. And these guys have to be on point today. They're facing a high-powered attack.
So we've got a 2nd and 5.
Let's go! Flex round!
Handoff to the fullback, Burton. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's third down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
4 down. Let's go. What? 9.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Over the middle to Smith. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And it is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. On second down, here's Tannehill. He's got time in the pocket. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Fresh set of downs here.
Single. Hey, watch 16. Ready. Blue, dagger. Whip.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
Trey Waynes is a very aggressive cover corner player, learning how to add off coverage to his game.
Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Single. I got a single in the slot. 46 is right there. Check in. Ace. Zebra. Check. Lucky. Ready. Zebra. Kill. Turn it up. Ace. Watch Avery Greenman.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. First down marker at the 31.
Ringo.
It's 3rd down.
Hey, let's get that ball again. Let's get that. Dagger. Jim. Ready. 20. Eat.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Ready. 380.
They snap it to Tannehill. He's going to air one out. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he is all the way up past the 25. And now out comes Houston. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Taylor. Buying time to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Now Taylor. And he can't bring it in. Incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route. 4th down now. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And now out comes Houston. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Now Taylor. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll come out in the pistol. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now Taylor on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there. The tight end Luke Wilson was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Flex round! Flex round! Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10.
Ohio!
Taylor will throw again. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Here's Brett Kern now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. The play clock's running down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They come out here in the eye.
Blue 10. Mike, 55. Zebra. Switch it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And now out comes Houston. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here we go.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. Now Taylor to throw on second down. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
Here it goes.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Out to the right here to Wilson. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go.
Here we go on 4th down with Taylor. And he locates Luke Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Watch number 5.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They come out here in the eye. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Tyrod Taylor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back here right after this.
Feels right. Let's go.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. And quickly, they get to the line. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And they're going to speed things up here. On second down, Taylor. He goes underneath to Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Taping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down, here's Taylor. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Third and long, it's Taylor. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Houston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
380. 380. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On first down, Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Tannehill finding time. He's going to go up top again. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you across the country to Orlando. Standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. This complete to Lockett. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Blue 10.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. Wright's got it. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Check 84. Set, wide 20. Wide 20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Now, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Set, wide 20. Wide 20.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down.
Watch left. Watch the run. Ready. Wide 20. 82. Zebra. 8. Switch. Ready. 380.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Tannehill on 1st down. Flushed out right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. 2nd and 10. Tannehill once more. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down.
Check me out. Bang! 380!
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 3rd and long. It's Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on the island over there. Single receiver.
Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. And this is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do in the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And to the left side here, Wilson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They run. Devontae Freeman. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Second down, Taylor. He's going to let this one go deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Flex round! Flex round!
Third and long, it's Taylor. He's going to try and go deep again. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
tight end. Q, tight end. Alert, alert. 3 out. Ace, ace. Check three. Ace, safe.
On first down, Tannehill. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Set, blue, 10, ace, dagger. Rush it. Wide 20.
On first and 10, Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And now out comes Houston.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. Let's go.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop down.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down.
Everyone's got 4. Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Let's go.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Well, it's caught. On the right side, it's Smith. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Back now here in Santa Clara. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Here we go. Flex round. Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Check 52 right. Check 52. Flex round.
And the back goes into motion. Fourth down, here's Taylor. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. From midfield now, here's Taylor. And this one's incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, This feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
10 yards still left on second down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. Surveying the field. Out to his left. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Third down, still 14 yards left. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. It's caught. Jones. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The previous play was a nice run, so they came back with the draw. I think they were trying to fool the defense into thinking they would throw the ball and wanted to run it again. Unsuccessful, but this team is definitely showing they want to keep it on the ground.
Come on, let's go!
From the gun, it's Taylor. They're able to locate Wilson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
For those vertically challenged quarterbacks, here's a time where they will tell you it's an advantage to be a little bit on the smaller side, able to duck in behind their offensive line and stick the ball across the imaginary yellow line for a first down.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They come up in an offset eye. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. And that is incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. 3rd down here. And at this stage in the game, every play is magnified here as we get down to the nitty-gritty.
Let's go! What? 9!
On 3rd down, Taylor. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. And that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Now Taylor to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And the seemingly endless drive continues. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And he locates Luke Wilson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Luke Wilson, his first touchdown of the new season. And his guys have taken the lead.
And there's the go-ahead touchdown. And so likely we'll kick an extra point. But to me, I'm looking forward. Special teams now with your kickoff, and then your defense, that's where the pressure shifts.
Yeah, because there's plenty of time left on that clock. Anytime you're over a minute in the NFL, there's a chance. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Ready, wide, 20, 8. Shift. Dagger. 31, check 31.
Back to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
Watch 84. Set 380.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Set wide, 20.
He's back to throw. He's got time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. And now out comes Houston. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory.
Hey, watch left, watch left. Three buzz. Kill.
Taylor going to throw it. And he fends him off. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another touchdown on. And now the ball game is over. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own